And with the previous episode, are we concluding our journey to Britain? Or is there going to be a little more? All I know is that no one's really ever safe. We can't have too much of empty blank space before someone ends up in trouble. And how long is it going to be before we once again get greeted by Fianna of the right? But as there is a global religious battle going on at the minute, what are we going to see in this episode? Are we back in Academy City? Mr. Department Store. I think with Accelerator doing the bargaining, anything is for sale. Why exactly would he be throwing money at a person like this? Oh, that's a smile. So, we have a businessman keeping a, as he would say to himself, punching bag, willing to make a trade. Maybe also willing to trade places. Of course, Accelerator's not going to ask. I'm guessing that that guy was just, another target for Accelerator and his group. It just so happened that Accelerator could pay a little back and maybe do a little good, hopefully, maybe? You've got to love how Accelerator is like an anti-hero, isn't he? Well, hero's still probably wrong, but doing things with a guise of only being in it for himself. Well, still breathing. Well, you've got to at least give him that much. He's getting someone to pick her up and fault him with women, trauma. Some clothes and some money. Still trying to play the villain. I think there's going to be a point where Accelerator thinks he is redeemable. An extendo grabber? Real time. I don't think we need the blow by blow of lunch. Well, he won't know until he answers. What was that in his waistband? As long as he has a battery or two spare. And we go from a scene like that and a conversation with Accelerator to someone who's a little less intense. brother? Did we know that they were somewhat related? I think he would need, had you, all the help possible for schoolwork. It's hard to keep up that double life and do all your lessons. Is that getting back to what Misako was saying? So how are you in England? It's difficult enough to get a pass and whatnot. Good for her. All the extra vitamins will help. Asking the important questions. So, what is his actual appearance? Was she the one that initiated? And what is she going to do from here on then? He's a strange figure. Quick, we need to defeat him. I have a few questions. I know exactly who he's talking about, the fight that happened before, but step siblings, not related by blood? Now you've definitely got him riled up. Wait, she has a thing for shoulder? What? What a dysfunctional band of people here. Not ones you'd want to meet on a night out. She seems to be having loads of fun with that little stuffed toy. I mean, look at her face. It's full of emotion. His nose betrayed him. I suppose, but what about his other dispositions? Not so easily cured. What are they going to do from now on? I mean, she's kind of like an independent actor now, considering the others are, in various ways, out of the picture. I heard bunny suit. I feel like she has something on her mind. And okay. But also, is this a conversation that they should really be holding right now? They get on so well. Run! Thanks for that in-depth talk about his personal life. What he's doing in the... Is she testing that? He really betrays himself, doesn't he? And why exactly is she playing this? Why is she playing this game? Well, back to hospital. I think there's many more characters that need to start taking after Misaka's ideas and wearing like spats and shorts and anything. What's more child experimentation? Yes, compassion. Unfortunately, even if there's a hero that does save them, how late are they going to turn up? It's definitely a hero. There's the kind of sounds that make. I mean, he didn't get a good look, but the others that were there that weren't blindfolded. Okay, there might have been a bit of compassion blindfolding the kids who didn't see the guys getting their brains blown out in front of them. He didn't give them a chance. Huh. Gorgeous palace. And more people in a position of power. High-ranking officials. Why is he sweating? As an introduction to a character, I think being asked to track down and pacify Accelerator. So it doesn't matter who is caught up in it. But it appears if she needs a button to be able to kill people, that's a mighty drawback. And I see some Nekomimi in there. Has he moved on from his bunny girl obsession? Contracting them directly, but through a armoured suit. This is probably just transporting its voice. Oh. Just keeping playing ignorant. And needs to tell them what they need to know. Extract a bit of information while you're tearing them apart. Of course. Having someone who's well versed in espionage and playing multiple sides. Okay, everyone that was left. It does seem quite shady. But was that the one that was chasing him off a roof? Just a small task. The fact that she's asking so much and he's going along with it. Well, that was almost silent. Just corkscrews. What are these highly trained military personnel doing, standing in the open shooting? Maybe they just bought some outfits and they're just playing pretend. Why do you seem surprised? Did he just think that she had a very big lunch? Okay. Using vast amount of knowledge and his abilities to not only give proper medication and dosage, but on the fly medical treatment. How's he going to face someone giving him gratitude from so close up? I don't think he wants it. Good thing he got the message pretty quickly. Someone came up and saves someone so willingly, and then pulls out a gun. Strange day. How many flares are you just carrying with you? I don't think they're heat-seeking bullets, though. Keep your eyes forward. That's a good... That's a good... A good motive to keep his eyes forward. A barrel, like, pointed straight at his face. He'll be fine. Somehow. And maybe just go home and enjoy the rest of the day. Now, is finding a phone number in everything that can happen in Academy City really that much of a surprise? Of course. Why did it have to be so coincidental? It's always the case, isn't it? So whenever there's it's a vast city, hundreds of thousands of people living there, always meeting in the same place. But the more we see of this, Hamazura, you have to, well, despite his easily distracted nature, you have to respect that he's actually trying to do something as a level 0 with no power. Unlike Toma, who got that, Imagine Breaker and has a way of protecting himself. Hamazura doesn't. He's got the way of the rat. Just keep running. But also, hearing that the other groups are segmented, fragmented, and then coming together again, much like it's happened several times so far. You were in fights before, now you're working alongside each other. Stories which involve Accelerator doing what Accelerator does best. Reducing people to viscera-filled puddles. Really does make you think, so, who's next going to be on his hit list? And no matter who it is, if they've heard of Accelerator at least, if he's turning up in front of them, they should be worried. Especially if you're a bit of a cunt. I would like to know why Accelerator had the bundles of money in the beginning. Was he there for a specific purpose and then got his attention diverted due to the plight of the girl? And getting a bit more of a rundown, a bit more of a moment with other members who they've fought against, members that they've defeated, like the Aztec girl. There's still some internal strife. He left without so much of a warning. Those behind didn't have a lot of choice. It's interesting because some of these groups, like the ones that are holding all the children hostage and were going to execute one on video to have their demands met, let the ones who ramble on and have monologues be dealt with by heroes, and the action movie sequences a lot better in the hands of our silver-haired psychopath. But since we are flitting back and forth between the two stories, ones with outside and inside of Academy City, one being a lot more bloody than the other, I wonder where this is going. Where this will ultimately lead up to some grand war or uncovering. Maybe the darkness of Academy City is soon going to have some light shone on it. We're going to have to find out. If you enjoyed this one, let me know. If you leave a like on the video, maybe even a comment down below, it would help me out massively. And if you want to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out in the future, that's, well, good for you. But for now, give yourselves a bit of rest. The bunny suit is really optional. But I'll see you in the next one. My patrons have formed a pretty strong army, so I think it'd be pretty difficult to take us all down. Unless, of course, it was more forceful than just slight persuasion. I might crumble quite easily. But thanks to the backers of my patrons, which is Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Shiwan, Matt, Stinsfire, Gurley, Saltytron, Cardboard, Croyville, Jennifer Rojas, Alvin Garcia, Santiago, DeFiro, Dark Shadow 7899, Defender of Segs, and everyone else, we can continue to fight for what we believe. And let's be honest, in this case it's just more anime.